Board 24, Marty Boland, Gamecaster, Hewley, Andrew Duff, Ian McMahon or Thomas Stiller tomorrow.
Welcome to the pairs of the Northern Ireland Open here on Sunday in Bellini's. A few technical issues there just as we're starting. We're going to be coming to you live now with plenty of action from the main stage board. You can see Jim Williams there. Yesterday's winner. Paired up again today. Let's hope he can continue his good form. Playing against James Clancy and Dean Gallagher along with Paul Brown. So 4 good throwers on the board. It's going to be an interesting game here. We'll let this one play out. We'll be back here with some live action all the way from Bellini's on McAvoy Dart Street.
Board 2, David Reddy, Gavin Devani and his partner. Mark McMahon and Ali McChuan tomorrow. Board 4, Richard Green, Andy Dundas, John Woods, Ali McChuan. James Ryan, Alan going to market. Number 20, David Root, Andy Knight, State, Jamie Castle, Roger McCullough, or Eddie.
He's Northern Ireland pairs. So 7:01. I believe it's best of 5. This game we've got local throwers Harry Anderson, Mark Yates against the English pair and Joe Singleton and Callum Goffin. Should be a good game. Players just shaking hands, getting acquainted.
25.
Joe throws for the ball.
Outside. Joe and Callum has the darts.
Marks outside. So, Joe and Callum seem to have.
Board 18,
And we're off.
Joey Reimer, Adam Waddell,
60.
Steady start there. Joe Singleton.
Vic Cullinan, and Lyndon Pierce.
Harry Anderson, quality dart player. Been on the local scene for a number of years.
100.
Won many local tournaments also. High quality throwers, you can see. Steady start there.
86.
Callum up the switch to the 19s there. Mark Yates following Harry there. Steady ton, back to back tons. Need plenty of high scoring when you're at 7:01. Joe,
60.
very consistent, just hasn't found the treble yet. Sure he will. Couple of loose starts there from Harry Anderson. He'll come into his own though. Callum again up with the switch, and that's a great last start. Mark Yates has been throwing very consistently here.
59.
Again, the switch to a 19. It's only a 59 on this occasion. Now, Joe Singleton.
85.
Start to find a treble there. It's a solid 85. Now, Harry needs a ton here to keep them in contention.
45.
45. It's maybe not strong enough. Callum again with the last start. Going downstairs. Ineffective this time. Mark maybe to punish that. Steady visit to 60 there. Now, Joe concentrated,
100.
determined. It's a great score of 100 there. Harry needs to refocus
45.
here, start finding his range. Callum's a bit off, and he knows it. He's looking at the score, seeing if he can leave his partner and finish here.
23.
Now, Mark to try and drag his team back into this leg.
59.
Treble there would have come in very handy. Just the 59. Now, Joe Singleton, it's unlucky. But he stays downstairs in a great last start. Leaves them on 81. Harry needs a big score here.
60.
60 just might not be enough, I'm afraid. Callum coming in on 81. Darts on for double 12.
Sorry, 57.
Two good efforts. Leaves him on 24. It's a big ask here, Mark Yates, but he's more than capable. Stays up, 55,
24.
even 92. Now, 24 for Joe Singleton. Straight in. And Joe Singleton's probably been the most consistent player out of all four here at this stage. Early days. Pairs is an interesting game. You need two men throwing well, and at least one finishing it. Now, Harry, that's a better start from Harry Anderson there. 140.
$25.
Mark Yates try and follow that up.
100.
Indeed, he does with a ton. This is a good start in the leg for Harry Anderson and Mark Yates. Joe Singleton here.
60.
Certainly the most consistent player in the last leg. He's lost a flight there. Well, not now, Harry. Be straight back to it. Indeed he is. Great grouping of the darts there. And another 100. Now Callum and Joe find themselves in the trenches in this leg. Have to dig deep, try and get back out. Callum becoming a little frustrated there. Maybe the after effects of a big day yesterday on the hockey for these players.
82.
Again, steady darts from Mark Yates. Hitting a treble on every visit at this stage of this leg, Mark. Joe.
55.
Great visit. Wasn't fruitful enough for him though.
41.
Still almost 300 in the score difference here. Callum and Joe need to start fighting trebles here, or this leg will
41.
go the way of Harry and his partner Mark.
$82.
It's a better visit there from Joe Singleton.
36.
Harry trying to set up for Mark Yates. Oh, this is better from Callum. This is better. 140.
120 come in.
Trying to add a little pressure for Shanghai. Mark Yates.
Goals
unlucky.
14, Thomas McCartney,
42.
Jerry McCartney, Mark Quigley,
Tidies
John
it up.
Crafton.
To leave 78. Now, let's see if
James
Joe can
Morris
follow
Jr.
Callum.
or Roddy Clark.
Try and put some pressure on this.
60.
Suffering there. It's only
78
60.
come in.
Harry be frustrated there with missing the big
38.
number. Still leaves a finish. Callum again fighting a treble here.
64. 40 come in.
Slightly frustrated, he didn't get more. Now Mark to close out the leg with tops. First start. That's how they do it. You need to be clinical here. Joe not wasting any time. Straight back on the hockey. This is great darts. That's a
121.
super visit from Joe Singleton. Unlucky one on the floor, but Harry's right back at him. And that's a 140 from Harry Anderson. Try and take the darts early. Want to give a shout out there and say hello to Helen McCullough, who's here today.
43.
And of course her beau Roger, who's always in attendance at the Northern Ireland Open.
95.
Now, Joe Singleton has been very consistent throughout,
100.
but at one each, this game could really go either way. Very little in it between the two teams.
43.
Harry Anderson, he's been sublime in patches here, but in other phases, much like this man, Callum Goffin, he's just shown that his
180.
true ability can shine through. 140.
140.
Right, Mark Yates, very consistent thrower. Mark, ringed barrel.
85.
Unlucky last start, just slid down the wrong end. That's a 180 from Joe
180.
Singleton. That'll really put the pressure on Harry Anderson here. Harry can answer.
85.
He does answer. That's it. A strong 85. It's a respectable answer. The 180 of Joe.
77.
Callum Goffin leaving the tops finish for his partner Joe Singleton. You can't see this leg going any other way than Joe and Callum going 2-1 up.
59. 40 going on.
Mark certainly needed a treble there. Now from here, Joe Singleton.
Negative.
Shot dart. 2-1 to Joe and Callum, holding their own through. Big lesson to be learned, and if you have a chance to win the ball, you got to try and take it. Now, Harry Anderson not giving up. Harry's a fighter. Harry, I believe every leg he goes into, he can win.
41.
Callum Goffin has been excellent in patches, but he's also just been a little inconsistent. Did a lot of switching early on. He seems to be more settled now.
60.
It's unlucky there from young Mark Yates. Joe Singleton, power scoring here.
100.
It's a steady ton. Harry Anderson knows what this leg needs. Knows that this is a big leg for him and his teammate. Coming out with big scoring here.
$47.
Callum's switching downstairs, but he's not really having a lot of joy there.
$82.
That's a great last start from Mark Yates. A bit of daylight opening up. So Joe Singleton gonna have to try and close that gap. Needed a treble for it. Hasn't come. Harry Anderson there just
45.
maybe putting himself under a little too much pressure to try and hit a score. A steady visit of a ton would have done.
57.
Callum coming in with a 57. I'm not sure if it's enough. Mark Yates focused, delivering, deliberate.
85.
That's a good 85.
Number 22, S. Wilson, J. Murray, head to hip, D. Blair.
60.
It's an interesting
D. McChuan or S. Robertson tomorrow.
fixture, this one. Youthful exuberance of Joe here against the wily experience of Harry. Really enjoying the battle between these two. They're pushing each other on. Callum starting to find his range here. It's an excellent visit. Slightly unlucky, but it's an excellent visit nonetheless.
97 going on.
1, 2, 3. Gives his team hope of the leg. Now, 97. It's a great first start for Mark Yates and tops for the leg. He's pushed it high. Recalibrated, and that's the leg. We've gone 2 each. It's handshakes all around for the decider. Right, Joe leading off from the front. Steady score. Pressure on the leg. And in tradition, Harry Anderson responds.
20, Steve Ritchie, Mark North, Gary Tippett, Roy Billy.
45.
Henry Wolf or Andy Martin tomorrow.
What's happening behind, but these men don't really care.
Number 54, Kane Goffin, C. Jeffries.
Lots of games on the floor today, and you're going to see many more. That's a great visit from Mark Yates. 125 scored. Lots happening on the floor today. Lots more games coming to the main stage for streaming here at McAvoy Darts. Make sure you stay tuned in.
41.
Harry Anderson Anderson again,
7-8.
finding a treble. Last start, maybe a little wayward. Now, Callum Goffin seems to be able to find this treble. 125, great darts. Seems to be able to find the treble under a bit of pressure when his team are starting to fall into a bit of a gap. Now, Mark Yates, what can he do? Steady visit will help.
59.
59's okay. Get the nitty gritty. Joe Singleton. You can see Callum behind him. He's getting interested. He knows that was a good visit. Solid ton there from Joe.
Right.
43. Callum's starting to find his range here. He's really settled in. Joe's back from a 125 visit.
83.
And an 83 to go with it. He's really pushed his team along here. And they've regained the darts. That's a superb last dart from Mark Yates. He's held his nerve there. Now, again, the pressure swinging to and fro in this leg.
99.
It's a 99 scored from Joe, leaving 148. Harry now under pressure to do something for his teammate and obliges again
100.
with a solid ton, leaving 111. So 148. And leaves 88. He stays up, double 14. And that's a tremendous check out there from Callum Goffin. And as said, once he's been under pressure, he's able to do something. That was a fantastic 148 check out. Under pressure. Harry and Mark can't be disappointed. Played well throughout. But that's an extraordinary finish. Harry and Mark will make their way back down through some of their colleagues. They'll be slightly disappointed with the overall result, but certainly not by the way they played. We'll have another game coming up soon here on McAvoy Dart Streaming. So stay tuned, folks. Remember, let all your friends know. Post the link from YouTube. Fire it up on Facebook and share it on Twitter. Live here from the Northern Ireland Open Pairs in Bellini's. We'll be back to you very soon. Back in commentary here, joined by Ben. Ben, welcome. We've got David Atkinson, Barry White against Jim Williams and Paul Brown here.
I'd say they started favourites, Jim Williams and Browner, but
certainly should. Certainly should be favourites in this one, Jim, after a fantastic day yesterday. Played tremendous starts all day.
Yeah, the final was a cracking final for Jim, but man alive, what do you see when he plays? Like, he just...
Yeah, he's a consistent thrower. Jim's got all the talent. Sometimes a little doubt in his own mind about how good he actually is.
With the PDC boys coming up as well in the next 2 weeks, when he goes over to the Grand Slam, they'll be something different. He's going to learn. He's learning his craft from there.
He certainly is. Yeah, very calm player under pressure, Jim.
Which way do you see us going?
Well, it's hard to look past Paul and Jim, to be fair. However, David Atkinson has stuff in his locker. Just depends whether or not on the stage it can come out. There's a bit of pressure. This is Jim's second time on the stage today, and he was on it quite a bit yesterday. He's used to it up there, used to the lights, used to the heat.
Well, I can tell you that Browner kept him up all night snoring.
Well, where do we go from there? So, is this an excuse? We're saying Jim Williams may be a bit tired?
No,
Too much celebrating, or?
No, he said 20 minutes he had this morning when Browner left the room.
Well, he'd be in good form then. He's had a bit of sleep.
Apparently, Browner snores very heavy.
Well, thankfully I don't know, Ben. Thankfully I've never had to experience it. Jim, we'll see. Keeps hitting fives when he's going for treble 20s, Ben. We can put it down to the snoring, but I doubt that'll be the case. As the shake of hands go.
We got bull up coming.
Go for the bull here.
25.
Is Browner going for it? Christ. Good 25.
So we'll go again. Paul had another good run yesterday himself. Played very well. That's the second dart. First dart, should I say. Left it in the bowl. Unique. Sometimes players want to try and lie on the dart.
Yes.
Wouldn't be for me. Take it out, give me a bigger target, but here we go.
Game on.
$45.
45s. We'll need bigger scoring than that against Paul and Jim. Then takes a leg to settle in.
Always.
Heavy enough for Jim.
Looks like he's settled.
125.
125. It's a good start. You need some power scoring here if you're going to be keeping up with these guys.
Oh, hang on.
Well,
it's wild.
34.
We've got a few nervous starts there to start. So, David and Barry maybe just not settling in yet. Bit of pressure here on Paul Brown after Jim taking him out. Quarterfinal stage yesterday, Ben.
Yeah, awesome darts again. 5-2. And Jim isn't missing. He's concentrating really well. He's on his game. He's proper on his game.
55.
Currently ranked number 3 in the BDO, I believe.
Yes. I can't see how he's not going to get to number 2 the way he's playing. He's consistent at the moment. And about 8-9 weeks ago, he hit a 9 darter against me in a competition. It was one of the best 9 darters I've ever seen. We had a guy constantly walking across the board taking chairs in from the pub. He just hit 180 and asked the guy to go back past again. And then the guy come back past again with another load of chairs. And he stopped for Jim on 141. And Jim hit it as sweet as a nut. And it's a great thing to see, but it's horrible when it's against you.
Well, I suppose, was it against the darts?
No, it was on darts.
Well, it was on darts.
I had 6 darts and I lost a leg.
You had 6 darts. You know, you can't win a leg at 6 darts. Put it that way, Ben.
Well, that's nice darts. Little 140. Puts him back in the leg.
Concentration there from Jim.
Well, I was speaking to Jim before he started, and he said he's got to give Natalie Fisher a shout out, his partner, Natalie Williams, now. And she's apparently watching on YouTube, so hi, Nat.
60.
Natalie, just check Jim's pockets when he comes home. He had a very successful weekend here.
But he's had a heavy weekend.
Potentially not as lucrative as he would have thought.
45.
Especially if he went celebrating with Paul Brown last night.
They went to an Indian and Browner's stomach was playing up this morning.
Yeah, we'll blame the Indian.
60.
Jim was trying to tell me his Indian was otter, but I don't believe him.
Again, both teams just settling into the leg. David and Barry now, they're not
85.
going to be found wanting here. They seem to have settled back in.
A nice under there, give him a nice little tidy out.
Again, just great
70.
last start. Great
70.
last start. With the first two, which is a little wild.
What can Brown do here?
I'd like to see
59.
Paul Brown hit a treble here. He's left Jim a ton.
Hello. Here we go.
140 even.
100.
140 would have put some sort of
100
pressure on
player.
it. Any double to double.
Yeah.
Left 22 at left 22. Now Jim to close out the leg. Good
Nice
first
first
start. Step back. Realign. Just above.
Oh.
And
60
again,
to mark.
now he's left a chance here.
David
David
on.
Barry.
Player.
Which way is he going to go, do you reckon?
A treble 10. Does he go 20? He goes 12. Ooh.
Wild
22
last
to mark.
start. But hey, pressure's pressure on
40.
stage.
It's an opportunity. An opportunity missed. Even just to go home and say, yeah, the guy who won the main thing yesterday, I dumped him out in the first leg of the Paris, but
Oh, Browner.
Paul's
40
feeling a bit
player.
of pressure himself. Again, does bring with it.
Oh,
Shot on the
lovely
first
dart.
leg.
Lovely dart.
David and Barry steal a lead there.
Oh, Jim on the look back, see what's going on.
Just wants to make sure that he has darts. Good, lovely throwing style, Jim. It's shaky, he'll have to move down, and he does.
59.
Do you know, I tell you a true story about Jim. When he was younger and he started playing darts, he was practicing with his old man at home. And whoever lost had to do the dishwashing. So
81.
Dave Williams and him were practicing. It took Jim 16 years to win a leg off his old man. So he did a lot of washing up.
You're trying to tell me he's no grip left, he's got soft fingers.
100.
Thank God for
Or,
the dishwasher.
or maybe washing all those dishes eventually paid off for him.
Yeah, well,
He just said he was fed up with doing it.
tell you what, the money
This
he's
is
winning.
Stunning darts here again from David and
125.
Barry. They're staying with Jim and Paul.
Well, they
Paul
take
Brown's starting
nice
to feel a bit
lead.
of the pressure here. Jim focused as ever. That's
Thanks,
two.
Liz.
139.
Stairs.
What a lovely venue this is as well.
Bellini's the home of darts in Uri here.
This is an amazing venue. Fair play.
85.
It's my second year and this is unreal. If you ever get a chance, guys, come across and have a look.
Well, you were at the Celtic Challenge, Ben, as well.
Yeah,
Recently.
Yeah.
We had a chat. That's
140.
better there from Paul Brown now. It's more like the Paul Brown I was watching yesterday. But they're being answered here.
83.
Proper tungsten darts being thrown there. You see the barrels.
He's only missing the feather flights.
He's only missing the feather flight and maybe a wooden stem.
Oh, Christ. Now we're going back.
Now we're going back.
60.
Now steady visit here.
That's nice.
100.
He's losing rackness and he's starting to hit things.
Starting to become more consistent. But then so's Paul Brown.
But
This
Curry,
is the thing with pairs. Oh, fill it up, Paul. Jim's good enough for 23.
137.
Again, steady visit.
lovely.
Great lay. Fill it up.
177. He's gone for it.
125.
That's still 125.
Yeah,
It adds a bit of pressure. We've seen Jim miss two at tops in the first leg. He's gone the 25 route. I wouldn't know it. But Jim knows what he's doing.
on the wire.
102 the player.
No. 102. 101 still there. It's unlucky. It's unlucky.
38.
Now, Paul Brown
Brown's chance.
close the leg out. And he does.
Game
First
shot
start.
on the second leg.
Centre of the bed. That's how to do it, folks.
If only you could do that in the treble 20.
Well, he started finding his range more in that leg. Now, to be fair, Ben,
Yeah, he is.
equally as talented as giving people grief for not hitting as I am, giving them praise when they do. So
You've got to do it.
there's fantastic darts here
100.
from David Atkinson and Barry White to stay in these legs. With two throwers who have had a really, really prosperous weekend. Jim especially, coming over to another BDO ranked tournament and walking away with a victory.
140.
Yeah, he had 2 exhibitions before this, so he was exhibitioning on Thursday and Friday night, and made it obviously over today and yesterday, and he's doing really, really well.
He's making his name in darts at the minute, Ben.
Yes.
Needs to do what he can to continue that hot streak that he's on.
59.
What do you think of the new rule with the PDC?
So which rule are we talking about now? There's that many of them.
Q score.
Is this where it doesn't impact
43.
Yeah.
the outcome of their BDO World Championships if they go to Q School and stuff like this? It can only help darts.
It's going to be better for the overall BDO, and
it can only help darts. You know, if we talk, everyone has an opinion. That's a great last start. I don't know how that snuck into treble 20, but it did. It's going to help everybody in the BDO, and it will also help the PDC.
It can only make darts better.
It can indeed. 40. I think there's since the Grand Slam of darts, which we've watched for a number of years now. Started off on ITV,
54.
moved on to PDC, full-on Sky Sports production. Since the inception of that tournament, really, the relationship between
66.
the BDO and the PDC has become a lot better. BDO are more about the amateur player, they're more about the grassroots of the game.
County.
PDC is what it is. It's professional. It's
59.
You're playing darts for a living. You know, you're day in day out. BDO, you can still go and fix your roof. You can still go and lay a concrete path the next day. You know, Scott Yates is probably the best example of that. You'll see. You know, he won the Grand Slam, and I think it may have been in its inaugural year. He won it. Played absolutely fantastic darts. Scott Yates always there or thereabouts. He's been here at the Northern Ireland Open.
And where does he come back to? BDO, the roots.
He always stayed. He never moved to the PDC. Scott Yates never moved, did he? No, never moved. He actually, when he was given the interview after winning the Grand Slam, and the Grand Slam obviously at that stage was just your invite of maybe 8 throwers, 16 throwers maybe from the BDO at that stage. And in his interview after winning probably the biggest competition he had won, other than the world title that he had won in the BDO, he said, yeah, well, I'm going back to joinery tomorrow. I'm lifting my hammer and my chisels and I'm way back to work, and that's really where the BDO's
43. 100 player.
Their position is, and they're proud of that position, and it's great for all in the game.
It is. It's only helping the game.
Absolutely. That's a great last start, though.
Yes,
you only got to look at the winners of the World Championships from the PDC and see where they started. Most of them are starting the BDO.
Yeah, absolutely.
41.
9 daughters are born in the BDO. Now,
Prize money.
Jim Williams.
His favourite double.
Double 8.
Steve Ritchie.
It's a great guide.
16 to mark.
2 good guides. If you could leave that there for the next man. Paul Brown would have been happy with those guides. All the guys can do here is put a bit of pressure on.
Not enough.
36.
Art Quigley or John Grafton tomorrow.
No. Big Browner. Let's see how he gets on.
124.
Ooh.
Snatchy last start as well.
No, 1, 2, 3.
123 player.
Very doable.
Doable.
Yes, Neil Rodney Keane.
Well, you went 18 for a reason.
57 to mark.
Scored. Now, leaving it back for Jim. Take out double 8 to go 2-1 up.
First time in the lead.
It's just wired that. I think Ian.
That's poor.
We're not used to seeing it. No, he's 66. Treble 10. Well, 6. 20. And tops. And that's a great check.
On the third leg.
Now, this will separate the sheep from the lambs, as I say.
They got their job in hand here, big style. They've got to come back from this. That's a nice first start.
Jim thrown with 23 ground darts, I believe.
Correct, yeah. And he changed them this year, first time, and now he's got gold plated, so he must be doing well.
Gold plated.
As in gold crest.
26.
I got to set
Like
up
the
his
only-
old darts at home. They're all silver.
The only thing I've ever had gold plated was gold Schlager.
41.
It's a lovely guide.
Yeah.
Deserve the
100.
ton.
Great first start there to set that one up. Now, if David and Barry can keep this one tight, that looks good. That looks good from Jim Williams. Just taking a bit of pressure off. Paul Brown coming back in now. It's a wild dart.
30.
It's been slightly unfortunate there for David and Barry. They've been absolutely brilliant in patches in this game.
That's good.
134.
All of,
3-4.
all of a
Lovely.
sudden, Jim and Paul step on the pedal here.
They forged the lead. That's a
100.
cracking last dart.
Another solid ton there.
He's playing well.
Absolutely,
Playing
yeah.
Very well.
As we say, both David and Barry have got the talent, but it's hard to go up there against the now reigning champion of the Northern
40.
Ireland Open
Yeah.
and beaten quarter-finalist by the reigning champion. It's hard to go up there and just say, yeah, well, it's just another game in the pub to us. It's just, you know, getting your mindset right for it's difficult.
Jim's drinking water in the background.
11.
Well, let's hope it's water.
Different colour water.
Because mixing anything else with that Indian from last night may end up in a bad state of affairs for
100.
Jim. That's a
Good
good
darts.
ton there from Paul Brown. And big scores required now from David and Barry.
This is going all the way.
Good
98.
last start.
His last start is always
106 to play.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, you need to be hitting one a visit. Now 106,
still going.
91. Just a reset. Now all he can do is try and leave a finish.
60 there.
60 remaining.
46.
Big visit needed here. And 12 of the worst darts that Jim and Paul have ever thrown ever. But
45.
there's a chance. There's always a
60 there.
chance. We never say never.
No legs dead.
Game
Shot
shot
dart there from Paul.
on the fourth
Now,
leg.
there'll be handshakes all around here in the decider.
It's cracking darts. And the boys got the off. Dave and Barry got the off, so what can they muster up? They got to start big here.
See if that last dart can find a treble.
Oh, not this time.
45.
Not this time.
Number 22, S. Wilson, J. Murphy,
You need
B.
to do it.
Shaw,
When you need it, you have to hit.
What they got?
For David Glanzman.
See Jim focused as ever. 43.
43.
A knock off the barrel there. Slipped into a treble one. He'll not be happy about it. This man will be.
55.
Be punishing better than that.
Yes, big style.
Again, it only takes 2 or 3 minutes
Oh, good last start by
85.
Brown
and the
now.
entire leg could be over. Paul Brown and Jim Williams here. They step on the gas at all. Back
49.
upstairs after blocking the bed.
He's been unfortunate there. He's,
Did it
he's
for a
hit dead
reason.
centre for the trouble 3.
Now, Jim could just saying to himself, come on there. Knows he's better than to
96.
be dropping darts short. Personally speaking, I think it's an unfair advantage that he's up on that stage. He's been on it that often this weekend, but
100.
I don't get
Good
to make the
darts.
decisions. And the people at home need to see good darts, so
Just put him back in the leg.
super
that's
visit
very
there
nice.
from Paul. Super visit.
Number 2, David Ridley. 10, A. Hamilton,
Oh, that's a
30.
slack visit there.
26, sorry.
Rod Raspa, or Aaron Turner.
Not happy there after that visit now.
Right, Mucker, I got to go and play some darts myself.
You're on
Thank you
now,
very
Ben.
much. Yeah.
Ben's leaving
Hopefully
us,
see you
folks.
soon.
Ben, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
You'll talk to us again today, I'm sure.
60.
Ben's off there to try and throw some poison arrows. See how he goes as we come to the end of this leg.
45.
45. It's not going to be enough. Paul Brown, that's a great guide. He's just went above
60.
60. David and Barry have been staying with the two guys throughout these legs.
43. 41.
But that's 41. It's probably not enough. Right. Jim needs to try and stamp a bit of authority here. Try and close this leg out.
100.
Decent visit. Needs 117 for Paul. Only really a 180 will do.
85. 117 player.
Paul, 82. Goes, that's a great last start, leaves 32. David needs a big score here.
41.
41.
32 the player.
Just sort of left him in the last leg here. Now, Jim Williams to close out. 32. Shot
Game
dart.
shot. On the match.
That's the game. Great darts from all round there. David and Barry really give a good showing of themselves. But again, Paul Bryan, Jim Williams settling through. Move on into the next stage.
Was that good there, was it?
So we'll be back soon with another game live on the stage. Stay with us, McAvoy Darts YouTube. The board final here. Joe Singleton, Callum Goffin, Jim Williams and Paul Brown. Should be a good one. Again, give a shout out to anybody that are watching on YouTube. Feel free to post the link, folks. We're watching good live darts here from Bellini's.
Number 18, F. Collington, L. Pierce, David Newman, F. Duff, Jeff Blackers, Stephen Pickett, Gerard.
See Paul Brown there warming up. Had a quick word with him after the game. Thought he outplayed Jim in that. See the pup, Anthony Dundas, on the stage, getting ready to mark.
174. Have you done this?
Good friend, Nigel Cahoon, still here. Players just getting ready, having their practice starts.
How's the hip? How's the hip? Head? Right the string.
Oh, God, that's absolutely open.
It's like spring water.
I'm ready.
Going to be joined in co-commentary here by
No kissing.
Secretary of the Newry League, Liam Bradley. Not so bad, Liam. Thanks for joining us here on McAvoy Darts streaming. So, looking forward to a good game here. Final of the board. Got Joe Singleton and Callum Goffin, who had a great game there against David Atkinson and Barry White. Just pipped them at the post. Yesterday's winner, Jim Williams and his partner Paul Brown. So, should be a high scoring affair.
Yep, two good throwers, probably favourites to win this game, Jim and Paul, but Colin's a good thrower too. Colin took out a 170 in last year's individuals. So.
He did indeed, yeah. Quality dart thrower. He took out a 148 to squeeze through in the last round there.
25.
So, team's just pulling up.
25.
Joe Singleton there, very steady thrower, heavy scorer when he finds his range.
Still bowling up here.
Slightly closer.
Yay.
So,
Getting ready to go here.
here's Jim then, before they off.
$140.
Steady visit there, 140. Opens up well.
Steady through there, Jim.
60.
Again, Joe Singleton very consistent in his throw. Paul Brown, just had a word with him, Liam, before he went on stage. He said in the last game he thought he outplayed Jim. He said, well, it wasn't the game I watched, but there we are again. Callum found his range early. Yep, good 140.
Good little start there for Jim Williams.
Here's Joe now. Joe's a steady thrower, as you can see, Liam. He's got a great action. Very forceful with his darts.
Ah, 32.
Paul with a misguided attempt there for the treble 19. Trying to switch early.
Callum straight back in here.
123.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Solid scoring. Keeps him in with a shout of the leg.
Another
140.
good visit there from Jim Williams.
Joe Singleton here. Very forceful thrower,
57.
puts a lot of power into his darts. You never seem to see him lob a dart.
Oh, wow. 41.
Bit of a loose last start there from Paul Brown.
There's Callum. Still in the area, isn't he? He's only millimetres out from that treble 20 again.
38.
Unlucky. What do you think of the standard of darts here in Bellini's at the minute, Liam, with the pairs?
Thrown well, very impressed. Yesterday was very good, and but Jim doesn't seem to be showing no ill effects of his long day, taking out that finish there, 111.
Straight away though. Joe Singleton doesn't hang about.
140.
Good visit. Like setting
start
down
in
now
the
the
leg.
two boys this league.
Jim following him. He's talking to his teammate in Wales. He was saying he's changed his darts for the first time this year. Exact same dart, exact same weight. Now they're just gold plated.
48.
So,
Looked the part, and he fairly knows how to throw them. So
well, that's a sign of when you're throwing your darts well, you can get gold plated darts. At the minute, mine are coated in tinfoil.
97.
good visit there, good last start.
Joe just throwing a bit low. It's a great
78.
last start though.
I think he needed that to keep them in touch.
Callum coming back in. He's just lost that early touch of the
59.
trebles.
Just noticed there, Paul Brown, he always steps off the stage after he throws his three darts. Steps back up. Not good flags.
95.
Paul Brown. I hope he's able to watch this on YouTube afterwards. He knows that word I had with him wasn't telling any lies on the show at the
26.
minute.
Bit of a loose visit there from Joe.
It's a great dart.
100.
Would have expected him to follow.
$86.
If you needed that one, Callum.
Paul Brown needs to start like he has. It's more like him. That's a
180.
Good darts.
Great darts there from Paul Brown. Putting a bit of pressure on Joe.
60.
1-2-4. Owen Jim took out a 111 in the previous leg.
Treble 18 on the ball, or is he just going to leave it? Yeah,
92.
Good thinking.
that's how they play the pairs.
With Joe and Callum not the finish.
Again, Callum starting to fight the
95.
treble. He seems to turn up better when he's under a wee bit of
Here
pressure.
we go. Mr. Brown.
Game shot.
Good dart.
So,
Puts Jim and Paul into the 2-0 lead
and
In
with
this-
the darts.
in this board final.
Of course, the Northern Ireland Open is a BDO ranking event. So
100.
these players are all playing for points. Try and move up the rankings. Jim Williams currently sitting in third in the BDO rankings. There's many out there think he should be higher.
He proved that he was the number one seed in yesterday's individuals, and he went on to win the event.
And with a very strong field.
140.
Yeah,
Andy Hamilton, Wes Newton, Kyle McKinstry,
yeah,
Dean Winstanley, all the names were here.
yeah. Very good, very impressive with his win yesterday, and run out a 6-0 winner in the final. Now it's pairs day, so him and his partner Paul will be looking to carry on with Jim's good form from yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely.
96.
Want to ride the wave of confidence that he's on.
Yeah, he also won the pairs last year with Nigel Cahoon.
That's right, named Art Nigel.
140.
It's a good
throw
visit
there
at
from
140
Joe.
there from Joe. This one's being played at a rapid pace. That's a 180 from Paul Brown. It's a 140, 180 visit back to back for him.
He had a 180 in the previous leg too.
It's a good answer though from Callum. Jim now to tidy this up.
I think this board final is starting to slip away from Callum and Joe.
Just taking a look at the scoreboard.
140.
You can hear
45 for Paul.
Paul appreciated that.
60.
Joe's lost a flight there. Paul just checking the score. Two hits.
37.
Just clicked the wire there with the first one.
Well, I think it's still a bit far off for Callum and Joe at this point.
They're going to have at least
46.
6 to 9 darts at this 2-4.
Now Jim to close this leg out. Double two.
Game shot in the
Shot
match.
dart.
That's the board final winners. Jim Williams, Paul Brown. Very impressive.
3-0.
Two guys seemed to rub off on each other. Played very well.
You can see there, Paul's having a bit of a laugh with it. Just wasn't 100% sure at the start, but in the final two legs he really showed his class.
Yep,
Sandy
very good.
Dundas, the pup, not wearing his purple trousers today.
No. I was very impressed with Paul Brown there. He threw very well.
He did indeed. He's coming down here to give me a dirty look or something. He's walked past, thank God. I was afraid he was going to knock me off the stool.
Expecting a dig there.
That was from Paul, yeah. Well, maybe the G up that we've given him, fire him on to win it, I can claim some sort of glory today.
You never know.
Getting out of bed was glory enough for me. So, that's the board final over on the stage.
Yep.
There'll be more games moved to it. We'll be back to show them here on McAvoy Darts streaming. So stay with us. Liam, thanks for joining us.
No problem, Lee Hall. Thank you.
Andy Hamilton and the Warrior Wes Newton against Jeff Wiley and John Elder. Two very experienced throwers, two long timers here in the darts game. So let's just see if experience will reign over the bright lights of the two BDO originals. Moved to the PDC, seen the bright lights, said, nah, too bright. Want to go back and enjoy my darts again.
Well, they come this way to enjoy the darts again.
Cut the travelling.
I was speaking to Andy earlier, and he said he'd rather the BDO than PDC. There's no pressure in this. You can enjoy your darts again.
That's what it's all about. These guys want to enjoy their darts. They want to come to Bellini's. They want to go to the Northern Ireland Masters. They want to go to the Northern Ireland Open. They want to be playing amongst their peers. The travelling that's involved on that professional circuit and the PDC, it just can be too much if you've got a family.
Well, it's only going to improve your darts. It's only going to help your darts. Everyone in this BDO side is a brilliant event, and everyone's friendly. And when you get to the PDC side, where it's more money orientated, it's what it is. It is. This side of it is enjoy. Look at Andy. He's having a laugh. He's having a giggle. And he hasn't even pitched yet.
Very much so. Very much so. And Wes to see him. We watched him play yesterday against McChuan. An absolutely cracking game. And to be honest with you, Wes Newton has always, to me, seemed when watching him on telly or whenever I've seen him, he's always seemed to be somebody that felt like he had the weight of the world on his shoulders when he's throwing. I've watched him all weekend and he's just so relaxed. He's happy.
He's playing
laughing,
his game.
He's joking.
He's playing
Absolutely.
his game. He's showing what he can do again. He's starting to come back to what he was. He was a top 16 player in the PDC, and now he's enjoying his darts again. He fell out of love with darts, and now he's back properly.
And that's what the BDO is going to give you. You know, it's
John
going to give you,
along with McChuan. The mark, please.
it's going to give you those proper tours.
Goffin, Joe Singleton, the mark, please.
Just getting a few callers to come. But yeah, the BDO events, they give you that
Paul Sullivan
sense of
and Lloyd Peoples, the mark, please.
So, I'm just going
Bonnie
to
Moran or Brian Cathcart, the mark, please.
you're going to hear a bit of disturbance as the callers are called, the markers are called to the boards. No, they were in the
Simon
last
Stephen
eight.
or Jimmy Cassidy, the mark. From 4 of those names, please, to mark the boards.
So how'd your darts go?
Well, I didn't throw today, Ben. The height of what my dart said today is I went to Andy behind us and I bought myself 2 new sets of flights.
Lovely. What colour flights are we going for?
Well, I went for translucent, as you can see. Absolutely translucent pairs. Good friend of mine just going past, Roger McCullough. Good to see him.
I gotta do a shout out to Chloe. Chloe's behind us up here, Andy Hamilton's partner. Hey Chloe, you alright?
Hello, Chloe.
You enjoying the darts?
She's enjoying her phone more. Is our Chloe. She's
She's probably
Snapchatting.
watching us on her phone.
She's starting a hashtag on Twitter. Hashtag best commentary.
Won't call you out, that's fine. Cheers, bye.
Yeah, make sure the microphones
They're getting ready to start.
Yeah, no problem, mate.
Thank you.
So, we're about to get going. We've now got a marker and caller on the stage.
Someone's trying to be on the pressure, right?
Browner, I was speaking to Browner earlier, and Browner said, can you give him a shout out to his mum and say hello, boss?
To Paul's mum.
Yeah, Marie.
Marie, it's if you're watching, Paul's throwing very well after a word I had with him on the balcony there about a half an hour ago. Told me he needed to pull his socks up. The Jim was carrying him, and then he's been carrying Jim ever since. So he's doing well. He's still in the tournament. I can't say I'm supporting him in his next match now. He's throwing 2 teammates of mine in the last 8.
Nice.
The McCartney brothers. It's actually a father and son pairing.
Lovely pairing.
We call them the brothers, but Tommy and Jared doing very well today into the last 8. So big shout out to the Newry Massive.
Jungle is massive.
It's a massive achievement for anyone from Newry getting into the last 8
Hey, I
of this.
tell you what, there's been some cracking darts. From the games I've seen up to now, this is by far the best darts I've seen in the pairs. We lost to Andy Hamilton and Wes Newton 3-2. And I tell you what, the last leg, oh man, it's delicious to watch, but it's horrible to play against.
Yeah, well, it's funny. I was watching Tommy and Jared there in one of the games. 17 darter at 701.
Sweet, isn't
It's
it?
a
Here we
great
go.
level of darts. So here we go. Looks like Jeff and John have the darts. Wes and Andy are getting ready to pounce. I wonder what way they'll swap their pairings here. John, steady as ever.
Nice start.
Aye. Deliberate throw here of Andy Hamilton. It's a pleasure to watch on that stage yesterday.
Good last start.
Jeff, former Northern Ireland captain. He's been about the dart scene a long time, Ben.
Yeah.
Still has it.
Don't lose it.
He's got the love of darts. Once you have that, doesn't matter if you hit 26s. If you're enjoying it, that's what it's about.
I'm more sevens, man.
It's not too bad. You can enjoy it.
You just gotta hope they hit 3 after you.
John there, talking to himself.
You always tell yourself off. You always think you can do better.
Yeah, even on a 180.
181's better, isn't it?
So shout out to a friend of mine. Best finish we ever had in the local league. It's a 184.
Oh, nice.
184 finish. Yeah.
Cracking.
Justin McCabe took it out down the clock more in one night. It's the strangest finish I ever seen. But listen, he won the game.
He had
Fair
split
play.
ends, did he?
There was something going on with his start points that night. Now, Wes to the board.
Everyone wants to throw a hedgehog at the board.
Oh, absolutely. I would be better throwing with a grape or a pitchfork. Maybe 3 pitchforks, my scoring would maybe be what it needs to be.
They're holding the lead, Jeff and John. Andy to throw.
Good darts there.
Nice little 96.
Keeps him in contention for the leg.
Throw such a nice dart, straight down the middle.
Interesting question then.
45.
Dart flights that spin at the top of stems.
That's
Your
different
opinion.
gravy, you know. Well, I'm a big believer of a solid flight, but
Oh, that's
there we
tremendous.
are.
Well done, Wes Newton, with a big 180 there.
You could have put those on top of a pinhead. Yeah, the flights
97,
are to the individual's choice, but I couldn't play with spinny flights because it just make me laugh when I'm trying to throw darts.
Well, maybe I should start throwing with them because most people laugh when I throw darts, so at least if I'm laughing with it.
Not against it.
Jeff to try and put a bit of pressure on here. Still needs a treble. Went down.
42.
Andy and Wes have started off solid here. Oh, Wes couldn't hit a fucking barn door.
It's a 45 there from John.
Andy's done all the doubling. He'd be solid here.
2 10s. Oh, that's a loose start.
Oh,
He's left Wes on 7.
33.
it's unnatural from Andy.
Again, it's unlucky.
Wes 10.
Ooh,
No score.
apologies for any colourful language you pick up from the stage.
Oh, really?
The throwers are obviously passionate about what they're doing. Oh, this is
That's
good.
good darts.
This is good. Let's see it then, John. Oh,
57 scored.
just above.
He's done well at hit the ball.
Now, Andy to try and clean up. Oh,
Oh, he's got the same number.
2 in a row. And Jeff to come in with tops. Good marker.
Go on, Wiley.
Yes, sweet.
There it is. Wiley by name, Wiley by nature. Jeff Wiley there, taking the first leg.
Let's go.
Now, Andy and Wes to regroup. The games are going on all around us. Not just on the stage as we're down to the last 8 here. That's super busy.
That's great darts.
134.
There's quite a few good games going on down behind us. Fair play.
Absolutely, yeah. Can see some of the guys from Area 4 here. Northern Ireland, County Darts.
100.
You
It's a
got
good
Browner
visit.
and Jim as well down. Browner and Jim are down there as well.
Yeah, Browner and
First
Jim
game off the
down,
stage.
they're playing the McCartney brothers down on board 3.
Go on, Wiley.
22.
Don't know what way that one's going. I'm hoping it's not going the way of Browner and Jim, but yeah, sure can have a little bit of bias. My teammates.
Yeah, you've always got to support.
Sorry, Jeff.
45.
45 from Jeff there. Andy, one of the most recognisable throws in darts. It's the straight elbow.
Goes right
100.
between his eyes. Right between the eyes.
He really does, yeah. A lot of players throw out to the right or to the left.
Depends on your hand.
58.
Are you a lefty, Ben, or a righty?
I'm a lefty.
You're a lefty.
I'm a lefty. I'm a natural.
Go on, Wes.
Good last
90.
dart.
Good last start there from Wes. Still, Jeff and John, grinders of the game.
Experience.
26.
Absolutely. And they'll know every trick up there. Try and put Andy and Wes off their own game just by the way they throw.
I got told something about Dean Stanley. When he was playing the PDC, he's suffering with the old dartitis. And he
58.
put a black marker down the middle of his thumb. And when he was throwing, when he couldn't see it in his blind spot, he'd let go. And that's how he was playing. He was playing from memory rather than from experience. As soon as he couldn't see that black line, he was letting go of dart.
Well, it is muscle memory, isn't it? That's what darts is about. You have muscle memory in your arm. We were talking yesterday, somebody was talking about keeping your
60.
elbow up. If your darts were going lower, lift your chin.
Yeah.
You're lifting your chin, it naturally lifts your shoulder, lifts your elbow naturally for you. So a lot of players seem to lift their chin rather than...
60.
Again, when you're going for a double, you want to make sure that you don't throw low. There's a hint for everybody, try lifting the chin.
Well, when money comes involved with it, it's more and more pressure.
Absolutely, yeah.
It gets bigger pressure.
Luckily for me, I
62.
have 3 chins to lift. So I have fat 20, small 20 and treble all within my chin
Oh,
range.
60.
60.
Right, Wes back to the board. He's fallen into the 5s.
Ready, leave us on.
What do you got, mate? 40? 40 scored.
You could hear John in the background there saying, "Big Wiley, give me something."
Yes.
So he wants him to be leaving a finish. Jeff, not on this occasion.
135.
The hammer. With another great visit.
On.
Leaving tops for Wes.
Needs a big one here, just put a little bit of pressure on. Nasty for a second dart.
John
84.
Elder, what's that? That came out of John's mouth, not mine. His words.
Ah, sweet.
Game shot in 1.
Sweet dart.
It's more like the Wes Newton we know. Andy Hamilton there acknowledging it. Knows that was a good dart.
I know Andy and Wes have got a plane to catch at half-8, so they better hurry up here.
47.
Half eight tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight,
They're
flying from Belfast.
they're not going to be hanging about then.
No, they've got to be quick on this.
See Andy, if CB speeds up, surely if they win the pairs, they'll be more than happy with the ranking points that come with it.
Yeah, and pays for the weekend.
Well,
Will you stay in the hotel down the road? It's not cheap.
no, absolutely not. No, it's an expensive weekend if you're coming over without anything to take home, but
Yeah, always.
an enjoyable one nonetheless.
Probably the best one on tour. Out of all the ones I've done this year, this is by far my favourite.
Well, Ben, I'll have to extend the invite to the Newry City Open
Yeah.
round robin competition here in Bellini's in August. Charity competition for motor neuron disease. We've raised 36,000 4
Cracking.
years.
Cracking.
So huge tournament, 160 throwers, round robin,
What's that played over one day?
1 day.
Oosh, that's a lot of good darts.
That's a lot of darts. Big stage. This year's winner, Kyle McKinstry.
He's a great player. He's such a natural pitch.
He is. He's a great thrower too, and he's very humble as a dart thrower, Kyle. You know, he's a very quiet man. Had a very quick few words with him after winning the Newry City Darts Open.
This is how humble he is. I was practicing on Friday and he was down Friday. And obviously when you haven't been drinking or haven't been playing well all day, you hit a ton, stands behind you and says, well done, Buck, that's great darts. And that's how down to earth he is.
Oh, absolutely. He's a darts fan as well as a darts player, you know. The thing about darts is you're always part of one big family. It's a one game. You can play it in the garage,
It is.
play it on the stage to the lakeside. It's the same game.
I tell you what, being the PDC, Lakeside, done both of them, and by far my favourite is the BDO. Lakeside is a proper man's game. PDC is just a crowd which want to shout. If you ever want to watch proper darts, BDO, where there's loads of respect, like you said, a big family.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, in fairness, now, on the PD circuit, the crowd have become a part of the game. And in fairness, I think it adds to the spectacle, which is in its own right something good. But it's a different type of spectacle,
Yes.
where it becomes more about the razzmatazz and the event and the showbiz of it, which is excellent for the throwers. You know, you can't argue. If you look at their order of merit, Ben, I mean, there's people making serious livings out of it.
It's a full-time job.
It's a full-time job, but they're securing their families' futures over it.
This is cracking darts.
See,
139.
like Paul Brown just coming back there. Have to check in and see how he got on. Apparently they've been victorious.
54 scored.
Been victorious, but Paul, I'm not happy with that. That's my teammates you're waiting, so I'll talk to you later. Now,
Not good for you.
1-4-1 to go.
Does that mean they're marking the board?
Jim Williams apparently hit 5 180s. He decided to turn up. Well done, Jim. Now, Andy Hamilton. Just low on tops. Shot dart. Well taken there from Andy. No messing about. As you said, Ben, they're in a bit of a rush here.
Yep. There's a plane to catch.
Well, hopefully he'll be bringing a trophy home with him. Wonder, does he have to check that in a different bag?
I hope they got luggage.
And they would need to for their darts. Anybody travelling to any of the darts events, remember, check on a bag, because you can't take them on hand luggage.
Imagine trying to take that on the plane. What you do this weekend?
Yeah, it's a lesson to be learnt. Remember hearing a few stories about throwers years ago going to a dart event across the water, tried to take their darts on with them, got them confiscated at the airport, went and had to buy a set when they were out there. I think recently Raymond van Barneveld did an exhibition and they lost his luggage.
Yeah.
He was doing it in Donegal maybe or something like that. They lost his luggage, so when he got to the event there was a guy selling merchandise. He had to buy a set of his own darts and one of his own shirts. So darts there. Andy Hamilton.
I know one of my friends, he tried taking his darts on the plane, and when he went through the hand luggage, they classed it as an offensive dart. So they cut his darts off, and he had to have them repointed when he got there.
Well, you can do that. That's one way of getting around it, I suppose. Good visit there from Wes. Andy and Wes here. 1-2 legs back to back.
Good night, Jeff.
That's a good visit there from Jeff.
Good finish.
Andy Hamilton try and put the foot in the gas here. Add a bit more pressure. Oh, go on then, fill them up.
2 sitters.
Of course he does. Of course he does. It's a lovely 180 there to lead 144. Wes Newton more than capable of taking that out.
60.
Let's see what he's got.
Just a bit erratic there, Wes. That's a good last one, though.
76.
Great last start. Right, Jeff. Try and leave something here.
Andy doing the old lick the fingers.
45.
He's ready.
He could be licking his lips for this one. And double it. Oh.
32.
The
40.
finish left.
That was a resigned throw. Now,
In 1.
Wes Newton
Game
closes that leg out. They march on to the last 4 of this tournament. Some good darts there from Jeff and John also, Ben.
They didn't hold, did they?
That was it. Andy and Wes just too strong in the end. But a good game of darts nonetheless. We move on to the next one here on McAvoy streaming. Ben, thanks for joining us for that.
Always.
I'm sure I'll be talking to you again before the end of the day.
Hopefully I might be up there marking it if I get my chance.
Yeah.
Dundas always holds that.
You want a chance on the stage, even
Oh,
if it's just a mark.
I don't mind marking.
Even
Hey,
if it's
all a
just a
big
mark.
family, like you said.
Excellent. Ben, thanks a million. We'll be back soon with another game here live on McAvoy Darts streaming. Remember, folks, we're coming to the semi-finals and the finals soon. So if you're watching on YouTube, your friends need the link. It's on McAvoy Darts Facebook page. It's on YouTube. Post the link, share it around. Let's watch some good darts in the Pairs finals here at the Northern Ireland Open. That's us back, folks. First semi-final here, the pairs. Got Andy Hamilton and Wes Newton against Jim William and Paul Brown.
This is going to be a cracking game.
Should be a high-scoring affair. We've seen both pairs already on the stage performing very well. Their last game has seen Jim Williams hit 7 180s.
Sorry guys, we're just doing a raffle and someone downstairs has won the raffle.
Didn't go down well up here.
This is a tough one to call. Which way are you going?
I'm going to go for youthful exuberance. So I'm going to go for Jim and Paul over the experience of Wes and Andy.
Well, I'm going to go the other way because Andy and Wes have got a plane to catch.
So you think they're going to be in a rush out of here?
Well,
They're going to have it done in a flash?
It's like Rush Hour 1, 2, 3 and 4 all built into one.
Well, it'll be interesting to see now. Players are just warming up. Must be David Rainey going to mark.
I was playing with Dave Rainey earlier and we had a chance against Wes Newton and Andy Hamilton.
Yeah.
But in the last leg, they were phenomenal. They started off with a 45, but I don't think they hit less than a ton after that.
Well, Jim, as we know, is trying to retain his title as the pairs champion here.
Who did he win with?
He won it with Nigel Cahoon last year.
Oh, fair play.
9 Dark Nige.
That's going to be a lot of banter going on. This is the big family everyone talks about. Halloween was yesterday.
You can see there that somebody's having a bit of fun behind the curtains. Hope it's all clean above board.
At least he's found his outfit.
Right, players just settling in.
Dave Rainey is on TV.
Indeed he is.
That was a big face of his then on the main screen. You missed that. It was very, very close up.
Dave Rainey, Northern Ireland Darts Supremo. Been the secretary of Northern Ireland Darts for a number of years.
Great man.
Great man. Helped kick the Celtic Challenge Cup here to Bellini's.
He deserves all the praises he gets from this weekend. He is the man to be with, the man to know, and the man that organises this.
Yeah, he is indeed. He's a great asset there for the NIDO.
True gentleman.
Got a collar.
He's testing the mic. He knows what they're going to hit.
Mystic Meg. Call on duty.
You must have been watching their warm-up games or something. Brown is on his phone. He doesn't know what's going on.
He's getting a good luck text from Mum, Marie.
Yeah, Marie. Brandon said we wouldn't mention her.
Paul, Jim, Wales, guys.
Your boy's doing well, Marie.
Straight to me.
He's hanging on in there.
Still there.
Probably just messaging you, said you, hi Mum, semi-final.
Mum said, hurry up, bacon and eggs for tea.
You got an 8:30 flight to catch. I wish I could practice like that.
Well, there's a 170 from Wes. Let's hope he can finish like that.
I think they're nearly ready.
Just the first time he did it, isn't it?
It's the ball, Dave. Who pulls eyes? Alice. Ready, pull?
A shake of hands.
It looks like Andy Hamilton's going to go for the bull maybe.
Bragging about it.
They say Jim for them.
Okay, ladies and gents.
Oh, it'd be Browner.
It's 45.
That was 25. That's outside. And that's trouble 10.
Andy away to throw first. Game on.
Here we go. This is going to be a good one.
Andy Hamilton's going to lead from the front here. Haven't changed how they've thrown the whole way through this purse competition. Andy's always led. He is a strong front runner.
45.
Not a bad start. It's the first pitch. Jim, straight in it.
140.
It's good darts there from Jim Williams.
Very good start.
Setting his stall out.
60.
All around it.
$100.
Good follow.
Solid pun there from Paul. The hammer.
Doing what he does best.
140.
Cracking that.
It's consistency there for you. And Jim, try and answer that. Know he's capable of it. Indeed, finds the treble.
100.
Good darts. I played darts with Jim, Super League in Pembridge. We played Pembridge at Red Lion. If you've ever seen one of Jim's first
125.
kiss two fingers for the Red Lion.
Right.
That was one of his first ever interviews at Lakeside. And Glenn and him had that video. And Glenn was winding him up with his neck to one
41.
side, saying, I don't know why I talked my head to the one side. You seen that one?
No, I haven't seen that now.
You have to have a look, it's cracking.
I must do, yeah, I'll check that out. I'm sure Mark here at McAvoy Streaming will be able to hook me up with that
It's
video.
so good, it's so good. It was at Lakeside after
85.
Jim and him played. And they had to have an interview, so they pretended to be each other. And it's absolutely awesome to watch. Great watch.
I must have a quick check out of that after this.
I tell you another one to check out.
45.
Jim against Glenn. I think it was in Germany, and Glenn was giving Jim a hiding. I think it was 4 or 5-9, 5-0. Sorry.
85.
And Jim had 140 left. He went treble 20, smiles, tops.
The only way to go, isn't it? Let's be honest. What other way would you go?
I wouldn't like to repeat what Glenn said.
Andy, you require 161.
Now, Andy Hamilton with 161 with 101.
First start.
Oh, okay, stayed up.
83.
He's confident.
Jimmy require 191.
And Jim requires too much, but he can set it up. Put Wes under a bit of pressure. Needs a treble.
60.
Doesn't find it.
Wes requires 78.
Aye, 78 Wes Newton.
Poor first start. Made up. Ooh.
68.
It's a great effort there
Paul
from Wes.
require 131.
Now let's see Paul Brown. Good start.
Yes. Check in. Yes. Oh,
109.
that was cracking darts.
Super effort there. Just shy of the 32 for the 1-3-1.
And Andy for the out. Good marker.
Five.
He's left 5. He's just come in under
Jim
there.
requires
Let's
32.
give Jim Williams the chance to close out the first leg.
Oh.
16.
Oh.
Missed opportunities.
Wes require 5.
Proper miss.
You can't really be missing opportunities like this against men like Andy Hamilton and Wes Newton. That's why
Yes.
It's like who can get to the flight first.
rapid darts here in Bellini's.
Second leg. Jim to throw first.
Now Jim back to the hockey to start.
140.
Again, heavy scoring.
He's looking round to see what happened last one.
Great,
100.
Good answer there from Andy Hamilton. Paul Brown, his confidence will be up after that near miss on the 1-3-1. Ben,
Yes. Not a bad follow.
great
Not a
thrower,
bad
Paul. Yeah.
2 troubles. Can't argue. One in the wrong
60.
bed. Solid.
Jim finding the treble bed again.
Do you reckon he's got such a natural
And
pitch?
again. Should have
140.
built it up.
What do you reckon about Jim's pitch? Jim's pitch is really natural.
He's a relaxed thrower. That's probably the best way I could describe it. Andy more deliberate, as you can see.
Yes.
Sometimes when you're deliberate,
Point proven.
sometimes when you're that bit more deliberate, you can deliver. Jim's a bit more of a relaxed thrower, very focused.
51.
What always confuses me is Wes. He just snatches his head, but he's so natural when he lets go to the dart.
Wes sits very far out on the
46.
right of the hockey when he's throwing. If you
He's got a
Look at
great
him.
lean.
yeah, when you see him throwing next, you'll see that he steps out to the far right of the hockey when he's throwing. It's good darts again from Jim Williams.
140.
3 140s back to back from Jim Williams here. Wes appreciated that. Don't know how much he'll appreciate it if they win the leg, but he definitely appreciates the quality darts.
Solid leg.
150.
Good follow.
Paul require
Cracking follow.
147.
Andy Hamilton, quality dart thrower.
Nice little 200. Let's give Wes a chance here.
Oh my gosh, that's
And
12.
Brown has helped him.
As you can see, there's Wes. Just stands out to the right as he's throwing.
30.
It's unlucky.
Jim, you require 135.
Browner in the background reminiscing his throw.
That's the way to go. And he's got a great marker.
135.
That's how it's done.
Get in.
Jim says, well, we're not dead yet. Let's go, Browner.
What we got?
Going to take the 2 men to task
Okay,
here.
third leg. Andy to throw.
He's certainly got a game on now.
Browner's smiling in the background after his poor pitch.
69.
Lucky got Jim.
Well, Browner's been playing his part today for Jim. He's been a great sidekick for him.
Yeah, his earlier on games, he was phenomenal. Maybe the Indians back.
60.
Playing on his mind or his stomach.
That's a good dart.
Good arse.
100.
He'd be disappointed with that. He thought he should have more.
Right, Paul Brown. Repetitive motion.
100.
Right back into the treble bell. As Andy lines up. Deliberate again. It's great
Hell
to
of a
see.
marker.
It's great to see Andy Hamilton throwing darts.
100.
And he's
Really
enjoying
it.
he's enjoying the BDO. He come across from the PDC and he'll even tell you himself that the PDCs are a lot more
Intense.
intense. He'll say it's just so harder.
Jim
Play him.
Williams filling him up.
180.
Good Phil, good Phil. And like he'll tell you himself, he loves darts. The PDC was too much pressure and he wants to enjoy his darts again. So why not? Speed it up.
140.
Wes Newton there with a great visit at 140.
As we both said, a big family and everyone looks after everyone.
It's enjoyable for him. You can tell by the way he's playing.
41.
That wasn't enjoyable for Paul Brown.
No.
He's getting frustrated with himself.
Just smile and wave, boys. Just smile and wave.
There's Andy.
140.
He's been very consistent in this leg.
He ain't missing.
Aye. Jim. On his best
55.
visit.
Where's required
All
on
around.
152?
He's opened the door here for Wes Newton. 92.
There we go.
72. Leave it for Andy.
Good arse.
100.
That's all right. It's a solid finish.
Good luck, though.
57. Only require 52.
Trying to leave 170 there.
Aye, 52. 20. Double 16. Just on the wire.
And that's a
The
leg.
dart.
Use the dart as a guide. That's 2 legs to 1. Jim and Paul have it all to do here.
Okay, fourth leg. Jim to throw first.
Right, Jim. Starting strong again.
100.
It's
Sorry,
unfortunate.
check. 95.
7-1. Such a tough game. Favours the bigger scorers.
Does surely. It favours big scores rather than consistency. There's no doubt about it. And if you consistently hit big scores, well, you have double bubble really, don't you?
Yep. Like my old man used to say to me, straight down the middle.
60.
Yeah. Darts is an easy game when you're watching it, not when you're playing.
I'm just glad I didn't have to do as much washing up as Jim.
100.
Well, let's hope that all his experience filling the sink full of fairy liquid will help him out here.
With a Grand Slam of darts coming up as well. Grand Slam. With obviously the video go over to the PDC mixed match.
Yeah.
How are you favouring the players going in? So you got Glenn, Jim,
Yeah, top quality throws.
96.
McKinney's going as well, isn't he?
Jim played last year in it, if I'm right, did he?
No. Jamie Hughes.
Jamie Hughes, sorry. Played it last
41.
year, yeah.
Jamie Hughes did very well last year as well. He was
Well,
very
he-
unlucky.
Scott Waits won the tournament, you know.
Yeah,
won the
you were
event,
saying earlier.
140.
Good darts.
showing that there's very little difference at the top table, you know, there really is. But again, it all depends on what way you want to go about throwing darts.
It'd be interesting to see the draw.
100.
That will be the big one,
It will.
especially with Glenn. Glenn is an outstanding player.
Stayed true to the video. Said that he was interested in joining the PDC circuit,
134.
but took a look, won the world title again. Said, "I'm happy. I'm enjoying my darts."
Always.
60.
And to be
Weights
fair,
require 171.
with the amount of tournaments he's winning, there's no need to go chasing money in the PDC.
Hey, why go and play for money where you could play for love?
97.
Well, love doesn't pay the bills, Ben. Never did. No.
Nitty gritty.
It's down Andy Hamlin, Wes Newton have really pulled off in this leg here. The 74, try and close out the game.
100. Andy
Jim's just
requires
come short with
74.
a ton there. 74 to go. Andy again. 14. Hits the single.
You better be booking a later flight at this rate.
That's the
Yes.
game.
Fantastic
Set. On the
finish.
match. Andy Hamilton and Wes Newton.
So
Great game of darts.
Andy Hamlin and Wes Newton, as you said, Ben, they beat the youthful exuberance there of Paul and Jim.
At least Jim and Paul are going to miss their flat.
Well, in fairness, they played well all day. It was a tight game. It was always going to be touch and go, but very impressive. And Andy and Wes are going to be tough to beat.
Cracking game of darts. Cracking game of darts.
Just joined here by Andy Hamilton. Just come off stage, Andy. Good win for you.
Yeah, I think just stay consistent, being Wales, good players, just obviously played two class players there, but quality come out on top and just have to win that game.
Made your way into the final here at the Northern Ireland Powers. Glad to be back playing on the BDO tour events such as the Northern Ireland Open.
Yeah, Mel said this game's about playing darts and being consistent and playing better players and also getting your game back together. That's what I've proved this year, playing the video circuit. Your game's there again now. Consistent, fighting, the hammer's back.
Hammer's back. Well, good to have you back. Super darts on stage. Good luck in the final. So we're moving on then to semi-final number 2 here. It's going to be Neil Duff, Jim McChuan, Adam Smith-Neil, Rodney Kane. Adam Smith-Neil was thrown yesterday against Jim Williams at some point today through fantastic darts on stage in 2 other games. So we've seen plenty of him. We know what Adam's capable of. Neil Duff, of course, dead shot as he goes by. Finalist in the Dury City Darts Open on stage here in Bellini's previously. Northern Ireland captain, won the Celtic Cup with Northern Ireland. So this should be a good one too. I am lucky enough to be able to take a short break, and in between I'm going to hand you over to my commentary pal, Liam Bradley.
Hello, how you doing?
Lee, how you getting on, boss?
I'll do a bit of comedy here with Dan.
This is going to be another tight game.
Yeah, 4 good throwers.
This is going to be a hard one to call.
Yeah. We've a lot to live up to after that last
The way it
game.
went yesterday, these lot is very, very tight.
Yeah, we've a lot to live up to after that last game. All the ways were made their way.
Bit of banter going on.
Yeah, I'd say all these boys on the stage know each other.
This is the proper serious end.
Yeah.
The winners out of this get Andy Hamilton and Wes Newton. How are you feeling it's going at the moment?
The day or the whole competition as a whole? Or
Today the
yeah,
players.
no, very good, very high standard. I was walking around watching a few of the outboard games. Got down the stairs, watched a wee bit of the ladies as well. So very impressed. Definitely. 701s shoots the big heavy scores. Like, so.
It's a high quality set of darts.
Yeah, definitely is.
To
Yeah.
win a game, you've got to be on top form.
Definitely, and especially now when it gets to this stage, down to the semis.
I can see this one going all the way.
This
is gonna be a very tight
followed
game.
by the ladies' final. Maybe make a few
Ladies
inquiries.
finals next.
Make a few inquiries here to see who's got the final of the ladies.
I must say that this Northern Ireland event has been organised so well from top to bottom. It's
Yeah.
holding its own against all the events I've been to.
Can you write their
by
names
far
on
one
the
of my
board so I know?
Yeah, the NIDO stepped up again this year and put on a high quality show. Some high quality throwers this year in it as well. So,
numbers might be down, but the anticipation of darts is better than ever.
oh, I without a doubt, and the Bellinis, they do a lot of work for us too. So between the Bellinis and the NIDO.
Have you tried Bellini's 777? The old burger.
Oh, yeah.
Scorpion chip, £7. Bargain.
Yeah. Probably one of the best burgers about. Hard to beat. Hard to beat for £7.
£7 you can never argue.
No, definitely not.
I tell you what, the burger is yay high.
No, it is. I've seen a few of the boys in here now, so you would near get lockjaw trying to get your jaw around it. So,
Which way are you calling this game?
25.
I was calling my last event. I went to Andy Hamilton. What are you calling this? Duff, Jim, Adam and Rod.
well, Adam's a high scorer, so he is. So, I'll probably go for Adam and Rodney in this one.
Good call. I'd have gone this side. Here we go.
134.
Super start, Gus. That
Cracking
just justifies what I'm only after saying about Adam being a very high scorer, and in 701, if you have somebody hitting the big scores, it puts a bit of pressure on your opponent.
60.
Check that score as well.
Solid.
5, 6, 7.
Mark are just checking.
No, it's not. 5, 7, 7. 5, 6, 7. All right, yeah, 5, 6, 7.
We have it right here on the stream. It's just the marker up on the stage has it wrong. Big
100.
steady ton there from Rodney.
This is the nitty gritty end, isn't it?
This is it now. There'll be plenty of nerves up in that stage too. But
You make a miss at your own peril at this end.
140.
good darts there. From Jim McChuan.
That's a nice first start. He's building.
Yep.
Oh,
125.
Super.
cracking darts.
I didn't know if this game would have lived up to the highs of the previous game, but it started off.
43.
Not happy with that.
No, Neil will be disappointed with that. Neil's a very, very good thrower.
I watched him and Steve Ritchie in the Welsh Open have a 9-darter.
99.
180,
In the pairs.
177, 14. All right, man.
Were you there? You seen it?
I was there, I was watching. It was a hell of a finish.
Especially in pairs. That 9-darter on its own, like it's the holy grail of the darts, but to do it in pairs is something special.
60.
2 men sharing it.
It's a bit of to me, to you.
Yeah. Like who gets the praise there? The guy that threw the 6 darts.
139.
Probably like he started with a 180 and took out the big finish.
Yeah. If you can hit it, I'll sort it.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than when they hit it, you're like, oh man.
100. Rodney to require 104.
Neil will be a lot happier with that throw there after his previous visit.
Oh,
64.
unlucky on
Unlucky.
tops there. They got
Strange
such a
way to go
substantial
104. I'd have went down the middle myself. 27, 20, double 12, but never seen anybody going 16s.
lead. Every double leaves, every finish you can get left is there and they've got such a substantial lead.
75.
Yeah.
He had the opportunity to do it.
You'd expect Adam to take this.
Adam, you require 40.
Hello.
And that's the first leg.
Little lady, she's in.
Yeah. Throwing well, it was Adam.
We're on our way of collecting the correct result.
Adam was getting ready to throw it in there. It wasn't.
Second leg.
Neil was just giving him
Jim
the
to throw
either.
first.
Oh, up we go.
80.
Disappointed with that. Comes Adam again. Very rarely misses them.
99.
So one thing's near nailed on. If Adam's walking to the board with 3 darts, he's going to hit a score, decent score.
On that left.
41.
That's what he's looking for.
Certainly not happy with that. Had a nerve maybe creeping in there.
$48.
Sorry for any bad language on the fucking screen then.
Neil just hasn't.
This is a game of inches.
140.
millimetres.
There's Adam's at it again.
And there's a lot of pressure on each individual.
Oh, he needed a bit more than
68.
that after the first start and the lovely lay.
Yeah. He'd be disappointed.
Very disappointed with it.
He's got it in the bank to put it up like.
Well, he has surely. Neil's gone through all sorts of emotions up there. Shaking
Yeah, well,
his head.
it's a big stage, and it's a big final or semi-final even. And at the end of the day, your darts is what you're talking with.
That's it. I'll have to give it to Adam here. He very rarely misses what he goes for.
$81.
Off there.
Just creeping in there with the last start.
Proper telling himself off then.
Yeah. If Rodney could get an hour one here.
Good dart.
140.
Super darts.
Cracking darts and leaves a lovely little finish.
Just cuts the score in half there.
They're running away with this one.
45.
It's looking like it.
Adam, you require 140.
Making it
96.
again.
Good
Good throw.
darts.
Yep. Leaves 44.
He's a big and here to give himself a sniff.
$85.
Well, he's
Rodney requires 44.
He's left the full house. If he gets a shot.
Four.
Neil, give it a go, mate.
Neil requires
Leave it threat,
170.
Tops.
Chance.
There's the first one. Followed it with a second.
145.
Unlucky. A super effort
Adam,
there
you
from Neil
require
Duff.
40. And that's the second
There we
leg.
are. There's
It's
two.
2-0 now to Adam and Rodney. One
And the
leg
pitch.
away. One
Third
leg
leg.
away from the
Adam
final.
will throw first. $96.
I'll have to give it to Adam. He's, if you took Adam's scores there, he'd be averaging Brave and Haley.
He should change his name to Mr. Consistent.
Yeah, he definitely is. Like, taking out the finishes.
100.
And he's
Follow.
scoring heavy. Just what we were saying, before it started. If you have a scorer in your pair, fairly helps. And then,
100.
and then what's even better, your partner chipping in with the tons.
As they say, every little helps.
Well, that's it. Here comes Neil Duff back again.
180.
He needed that.
He needed that. It gives him a bit of confidence, which they surely needed.
140.
Consistent. Yep, back at it.
It's a slender lead.
Throw over the dart.
96.
Steady 96 there from Jim.
40 in it.
Rodney not be happy with these 2 darts.
Oh,
26.
oh, there we are. Change of hands.
Yep. And squeeze one in there.
60.
Just over the
He
top.
expected a
Not
ton.
happy with that. Yep.
Hello.
Here he comes.
Hello.
That was no surprise. The way he's thrown. His nickname's the Big Dog. Should be changing it to Mr. Consistency.
95. Rodney
He's got to leave it
require
handy here.
159.
159.
Yeah. Neil and Jim on a big finish.
Good start.
Oh, super. Good
127.
Good darts, Rodney Kane.
Neil require 170.
Top of the shop. He had a chance in the last leg of
He
it.
needs to put a bit of pressure on here.
98. Adam
Just don't know
require
if it's enough
32.
pressure.
That's it.
That's
That's
it.
the game, the set, and the match.
On the match.
Aldham and Rodney into the final where they play Andy Hamilton and Reyes Newton in Northern Ireland pairs. So we'll be back now with the ladies final. I'm just going to get the sheet here. Let us know who's in the final.
Ladies are next.
Mark from McAvoy Dart Stream and coming around here giving us the sheet. So the ladies final is
It's Heather Lodge and Rodney Hack and Robin Byrne and Bo Greaves.
just going to check there.
Might have got a name wrong.
Check that
but
again there. I think I've got a name wrong. I think Mark has put Rodney Kane into the final of the ladies also.
it's Puck Markin.
Just the way there to double check who's the final of the ladies, which will be next on the stream. Lorraine Brandon done a great job with the ladies down the stairs all day. Now they get their place on the stream.
I use very tight down there. Very, very tight down there. The pairs playing in it down the ladies' boards were very, very close games.
Yeah, I watched a few
Like
of
the
them.
men's, but apparently they were tighter games.
Yeah, I watched a few of them. I went down earlier to watch a few of them.
Coming up next to the stage will be the ladies'
Helen
final.
Lodge and Joe Clement.
You might be able to hear this.
With 5 minutes time.
Robin Byrne and Bo Greaves. So we'll take a break here for a couple of minutes. They'll not be starting the ladies for the 5 minutes. So we'll just take a break here. Thank you. We'll be back on McAvoy Dart
And when we
Stream
come
for
back-
the ladies final in a couple of minutes.
And when we come back, it's going to be Heather Lodge and Joe Clements against Robin Burns and Bo Greaves.
We are about to start our pairs finals, and we're going to start with the ladies' pairs final. First of all, please welcome to the stage Heather Lodge and Joe Lyons.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're on to the final of the ladies. This is going to be a very tight game. Robin Byrne and Greaves, I'd say, will start as favourites, but we'll see. Darts is a funny game.
And their opponents, please welcome Robin Byrne and Bo Greaves.
Two youth players, many years ahead of them. Let's see what happens.
Use one ball, so 6 darts each. 6 darts as quickly as possible, please.
Sounds good to me.
That was very quick, well done.
I was watching Robin Byrne play in the Welsh Open mixed pairs, and I tell you what, they were very, very unlucky to lose to Conan Whitehead and Lisa Ashton. I think Lisa Ashton took out a 1-5-7, if I remember correctly, to win 3-2. And it was one of the best games I've seen all weekend. Fair play.
It's no shame losing to them two ladies. Definitely not.
She's normally chewing gum. Robin normally chews gum on stage. It's amazing to watch.
Good dart thrower. Still
Looks like she's on water.
See her pouring out her glass of water there. Yeah. Who's your pick for this one?
I'm going to say Byrne and Greaves. They are the two highest profile youth players we've ever seen. They're just unreal. I was watching them yesterday, and Bo does not miss a thing. It's so natural. She beat her two brothers at home, and that's how she started her darts. And one brother said to her, "Look, you're playing well." Calls the old man up. Watch her give me hiding. And I think she beat him 5-1. That's how it started.
Good steady
Solid
three
start.
darts there. Solid start, yeah. I'll have to agree with you with Robin and Bo in the pick here. I don't know much about Heather and
100.
Heather and Joe, but I'd say they have to be two quality players if they're in the final. So,
Yeah, well, they're here for a reason.
yeah.
45.
They're English, are they?
Yeah.
English ladies. they Welsh flights.
Bit of Welsh like them there.
Welsh flights. Bo is a lovely action.
Yeah, she doesn't look like she's trying.
100.
Couldn't have picked a better pair.
No, I'd say, as you were saying, they're two high-quality youth players. They probably know each other well through the
43.
youth player. Robin is a former European individual, and I'm expecting Bo to win big things over the next lot of years.
She needs her gum. She needs her chewing gum.
Yeah.
30.
I see a lot of players doing the old liquor fingers.
See that? Robin does it a lot.
Andy Hamilton does it.
Yeah, that's right.
60.
Bo's actually disappointed with it.
I'd be happy with a 60.
Yeah, so would I.
41.
Bo came over yesterday and won the youths. She didn't even look like she broke a sweat. They had
83.
William Byrne 4-0 in the final of the youths.
Yeah.
William done well getting to the final. He's a good lad.
11.
Just disappointed with it.
Solid 60.
Solid 60, but she doesn't look happy. She threw her eyes up.
Disappointed with that.
Robin and Bo, I mean, have got a comfortable lead in this league.
41.
This is very nip and tuck. There's only one good pitch in it. Good start.
This lady's wearing her glasses on the top of her head.
64.
Imagine throwing darts with your glasses on.
Good switch.
Start, yeah, super switch. Robin giving her nod of approval.
I say Robin likes his finish.
60. Robin, you require
Start off
120.
with the 18s.
Yeah.
Back to the 18s.
Good
92.
setup. Cracking
Good lead.
start.
36 left.
How to leave your partner happy.
She needs to hit a treble here. No,
41.
finish.
Oh, you require
At least
56.
6.
Game shot the first leg. Robin and goal.
Good darts. Good darts.
I'd expect the two
Second leg is Joe to throw first.
to win this
Game
comp.
on. $100.
Steady start. Heather and Joe.
$100.
Following suit. It was a long day for these ladies. After all day yesterday and then coming out today and again, but they enjoy it, and which is good. That's the reason they're here, I suppose.
100.
Well, to be fair, these ladies have been playing all weekend, and this is, I would say, the pinnacle of what they can do. Yesterday, obviously, the singles is the best thing that can happen, and you could win a game, lose a game, no matter what. And I'd say Bo, yesterday, the youth winner, amazing darts. There's not many people on the top Bo. And when she got 2 years left, and she's been the ladies, and she'll be a force to stop.
Yeah, she definitely will.
100.
And Robin the same. Robin's a
the
great
same.
player.
You see these two girls jumping up the rankings now, see, well, over the next couple of years.
Lakeside.
131.
Both, yeah.
That's what we're looking at. We're looking at the future of Lakeside ladies.
Yeah, and these two young girls. And their darts are thrown here in this final. They're throwing well.
I just wish I could throw as well.
Yeah.
Shaking her head.
82.
Good recovery.
talking to a few people about Bowl for this final, and
45.
they were all saying
Well, we need to
should
go out
we
148.
even compete against the mains on the main side of the game. Some of our scoring and our finishing.
100.
And to be 16 years of age and to be regarded that highly by main throwers is unbelievable. It definitely is.
36. Bully Wire 48.
6 darts.
Dave Rainey's done a hell of a job, hasn't he?
He is. Well, he's got a
Him
good.
and his team.
He's got a good team.
16.
Audie and Eamon and all the boys, and then you've Lorraine who does the ladies. He's got a good team around him, and if you've got a good team of people around you when you're setting up an event like this,
58.
it helps.
Bully Wire 32.
32.
And the staff and Bellinis all chip in and give them a good hand as well, which is, I know Galvin on his team
As they
set
would
up
say,
all the
we're all in
boards,
this
you know.
together.
Well, that's it, yeah. But the event's been held here that long.
Bully Wire
Now,
136.
the staff know the setup and the NIDO's happy with what they do, so. There's the 36. 95 left.
95.
48.
I expect both
Bully
of this.
Wire 32.
The marker. Double marker.
James Shaw the second leg.
They were
Robert
missing
Bull.
that.
I don't think it was ever in doubt.
Third leg. Bull
After
to
the first 2
first.
darts.
Game on.
Robin must be loving following Bo.
Yeah, the 2 girls, they look as if they're enjoying playing with each other. So.
Oh, lucky they were the third, and there's only a 5, but they all count.
But they all count as right. They'd rather sticking on the board than laying on the floor.
96.
After the here, the 2 girls are throwing, it's fantastic.
Great start for the two youth players.
Who now in the final of the 2018 Northern Ireland Ladies Pairs. Steady 60. Gives them a comfortable lead.
55.
Just amazing to watch the youth
Yeah.
today. No iPhones involved here, boss?
No, definitely not.
96.
They've got over
Cracking
200.
that.
They've got well over 200 of a lead here. And a leg that if they win the pairs.
60.
Robin looking round there and smiling.
Loving this, bro.
Yep. Nodding her head.
Loving this.
There we are. Super darts there from Young Bull Reeves.
Pull back the bow and arrow. Track and follow.
Through 15 darts and they're down under 200.
6 on there.
54.
6 on there. Both probably thinking this is breakfast.
Yeah, she'll definitely
45.
be expecting her to
Oh, you
finish
require
here.
134.
Looking for the setup now.
20.
94 darts.
Expected her to leave a finish and she didn't let it down. Let's see now, can they wrap this up?
60.
Not
Robin, you
good enough for
require
more.
40.
60 isn't. Or wrong side of the wire. Can she do it?
25.
Leaves the 15, but all the back.
Plenty of time.
To know yourself, you can get stuck on an old double there.
44.
No
Oh, you
pressure.
require 15.
Can Bo do it? There's a 6.
There's 6.
It's gone. Oh. 12 scored.
9 scored.
Oh, 9 scored, sorry.
There we have it. What a way to win it.
Game.
Double 3.
Took Papa
Double 3.
Took Papa time to realise what had just happened. Same as me. Double one. What's that about?
What a way to win it. Unlucky
I bet you didn't dream that last night.
No. Unlucky to Heather and Joe there. They just were up against the removable force of Robin.
So this is the finish.
It's the youth. It's the
Up shouting the best 15 finish he's ever seen in his life.
We're going to very quickly move into the presentation for the ladies pairs. We start with our runners-up. Please welcome back to the stage.
Just leave you with the cup here. They make the presentations.
Yeah, the presentations. These girls are unlucky. They just couldn't keep up with the two in front.
She's going. Up to you. Hello. Thank you. A roast, it's been too
Yeah, it's been a long day and they've got to be proud.
She's gone now.
Dave Rainey wanting a picture.
Right, like, good job there's no wait along. I'm taking a picture. All right. Come on, we're melting. Just remind me, she's lovely now.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, the organisers. Without them, this is impossible.
Super bitchy.
Everyone from the bar people, the door staff, great venue, and they all look after you. Even if you need a taxi, they're there for you. But these two now, the winners. What a future of darts they've got.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your ladies pairs champion, fighting the trophies and £240. Robin Byrne, Bo Green.
This is the future of the ladies. These two are going to take this game higher and above everything that's gone on so far. Great to see as well. Attendances, perfect. These two girls, above and beyond. Well, what can they do on the next venue? Let's have a look. Hopefully they'll play together in the pairs. Because them two are the future of the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, your ladies pairs champions, Robin Byrne, Bo Green.
I'm just hoping Bo follows Lisa Ashton. Because the way Lisa Ashton's unlucky to get into the grandstand of darts. She should have. 100% should have. Well, we're moving on to the men's now.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we now move into our final match of the weekend. It is the men's pairs final. Even you're not playing. Your boots.
Adam Rodney earlier played really well. Andy Hampton, West Newton knocking out Jim and Paul.
Please welcome to the stage, first of all, the team of
And these two are the best pairs.
Yates.
Which way you call this one?
Any time today with basically lined up for this match. Final call.
Tonight, we just made it. See you.
Well, Wes and Andy are going to catch a flight at our
And their
pace.
opponents, please welcome to the
Better
stage,
put
the
their
team
foot
of
down.
Adam Smith-Neal and Rodney Kane.
They're flying from Belfast. Hopefully they got nothing to declare.
Not do that. I'd love to be called Randy. I thought you were called that here. Remember your language, gentlemen, we are on telly. Still best of 5. Yeah.
I'm
ready, he's ready. I'm ready. You ready?
It's always been wrong.
Adam, 3 more. Only for you. You've only thrown 3.
Be a very tight game. Just see what their players have got. This boy throwing now didn't miss a trouble last game.
Ready?
Right, ladies and gentlemen,
Here we go, here we go.
Rovers.
This is the men's pairs final. What have they got?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Yes, that's us now. Just had to put new batteries there in the mic.
It's not a bad start.
Not a bad start, no. This lad Adam never missed in his semi-final, so
Here we go again. This boy is awesome.
yep, he can score.
Not a bad pitch.
Rodney, here
Just warming
comes
up.
Rodney now. Paul Brown just stuck his head in there.
39.
I think that me and Jim should have won, only I never turned up, but sure, that's the way it is. Jim's awesome, and I'm not that good, to be fair, but good luck to the 2 guys in the final.
Don't beat yourself up. You're playing alright. Lovely little pitch there, 180. So you don't beat yourself up. At the end of the day, how are you carrying on in the tour? What's your next one?
My next one is probably going to be Italy, I think, and I don't think Jim's going to play pairs with me now, but I'm just going to have to look forward to the individual.
What did you think of Robin and Boo's performance? Or Bo's performance?
Well, Robin and Bo, being fair, when they go on the stage, the both of them was awesome, so I just thought to myself, this is only going one way, and that's exactly the way it went. But what a finish, by the way. Double 3, treble 1, double 3. That's the dreams are made up.
Future of the ladies' game?
Both Grace is the future of darts, to be fair. She is absolutely awesome. Her last 3 averages in Super League was 31, 32, 33. Every man's dream. She's just awesome.
Thank you, Browner boy.
Paul Brown there, Jim Williams' his partner, beating himself up a bit, but I didn't think played too bad. What way are you calling this final?
I'm going to call this. It's going to be very, very tight. I'm going to go Adam and Rod. I just think they got that little bit of grit.
Well, I'm going to go Andy and Wales, more for their experience.
Yeah. Well, it's all down to Rod.
Yeah, it's how Rodney's going to throw.
95.
You know what Adam gives you. But as I was going to say there, Andy and Wales have played on the biggest stages all over the world, and I just think that experience
should shine through.
We'll see them through this.
60.
Andy Hamilton, a former PDC World finalist. That is the biggest stage of them all, the biggest night of them all.
Yeah.
44.
Where's an in both inside the top 10?
Yeah. Both them lads have played in the Premier League, PDC Premier League. Whereas Newton had a year at it. Andy had the first 2 or 3 years at it.
To me, this is all down to what Rodney can do.
Yeah.
We've seen what Adam can do. Adam was phenomenal in the last game. Hey, this is a pairs match, not single.
41. And you require 45.
Rodney's not looking too happy with himself.
This leg. Oh.
And you require 145.
I was watching darts last night and Cristiano Reyes took this out.
That's right, yeah.
Not today.
45.
Got rid of the odd.
32.
think the batteries are dimming down in this. Right, we're gonna have to
You were missing that. He was not missing that.
Second leg, Adam to
I don't know how I'm coming across there in that stream, can have heard.
Oh, one on the floor.
Unlucky with that bounce out.
Is a score no more. What do you think about the standard of darts this weekend?
Very high, I've been very impressed. I was watching the game there earlier on. I think it was the quarter final of the pairs. Paul Brown and Jim Williams were playing two local lads from there, Thomas McCartney and Jared McCartney, and Jim Williams had 5 180s.
125.
5 180s in 4 legs. He had actually 2 in the 1 leg. They beat with Tommy and Jared 3-1, and Tommy and Jared was with them the whole way.
85.
Jim at the moment's playing very well.
Very well. So that showed yesterday in the final of the individuals. 6-0 winner.
Going into Grand Slam of darts as well. He's in the form of his life.
He is, yes. And I know one thing, he'll definitely certainly not let himself down in the Grand Slam. He can showcase what he can do.
Rodney here, covering shot. Great covering shot.
It was a good dart, but I just don't think Rodney settled into this final yet.
Oh, Wes is not messing around here.
Wes isn't messing. So we're saying there he's got a flight from Belfast at 8:30.
97.
He's phoning ahead at this rate.
Oh, you make it well in time.
Andy.
Andy shouting out there.
40.
Him and Handy coming across. Great influences in the darts as well.
It was great to have them here this weekend. There was a lot of talk that the two of them were coming over and play in the Northern Ireland Open, and for them to stay on and play in the pairs as well.
59.
It just shows what it means to them. They're just two lads who loving the darts at the minute, and they're both enjoying being back in the video. As we were Mihal interviewed him earlier on, and he was saying he's just back enjoying the darts again and loving what he's doing, and he's certainly not letting himself down.
Good darts there, like.
Just watching Andy there.
137.
Licking his fingers.
This could go with Andy.
Could be licking his lips after this.
Oh, he left him on the wire. Set him up. That's a great setup. Great setup.
143.
Oh, both sides of the wire.
Rodney just hasn't settled into his final. He's trying to get all day.
He'd be disappointed there.
Wage require 80.
Score's got that wrong somewhere. They got 20 left.
Yep.
Adam, you require
Needed
124.
100 before that last throw. Oh, unlucky.
92.
32 left.
Andy, you require 20.
Can't see Andy Hamilton missing this. Oh, Rodney's ready to pounce.
Chasing doubles. Yeah, so is there.
Andy and Wales leading 2-0 in the final of the 2018 Northern Ireland pairs. Men's pairs. And with the darts, I would expect them to wrap it up.
They're chasing you now. And that's a good start. 7-1 is much everyone's game.
It's a hard game, but when you've got two good scores, Andy's hit a 180, Wes has hit a 180, so they're both chipping in.
Wes is in a proper groove.
Wes is throwing well.
What's Rodney got? Good last start.
Yeah. They're going to have to up it a lot here. Like they're 55 behind and whatever Andy puts on top of this.
Andy's meaning his darts here. Oh, you'll be disappointed with that.
Adam needs a big one here to get them back in it.
Oh, wrong side of the wire.
So unlucky. Looks like
Come on,
Andy and
Rodney.
Wales have tucked their foot off the pedal a bit. Can Rodney get them in the treble? He did. Treble. He's not happy with that.
He's looking at himself a nip and tick lug. Andy's going to fill this up, surely.
Hammer.
Oh.
That's a few times he's let that last one slip into the one.
Just shows he's only human.
Well, Adam hasn't scored as well in this final as he's been doing all day.
He hasn't missed a treble 20 before this. Come on, Rods. Make this a cracker.
He always switches down after the first dart.
Good switch, good switch.
Yeah.
Either one and more.
Good.
Andy looking for a switch. Here we go. This is a good chance here. Come on now.
This is a big chance, yeah.
Here we go.
It's 215, that's right.
He wouldn't have been happy with that. He should have been going maybe half the ball to leave a finish. Put some 20 in front, getting to the nip and tuck of this leg. Darts.
Leave it, Andy. Come on, Rodders. There we go.
The best 3 darts Rodney Kane is through in this final, and what a time to hit it.
Do you reckon he'll go for it, or do you reckon he'll switch it?
131.
I'd be going for the first dart anyway.
We better find out.
That was a good finish. Under pressure, knowing that if they missed it, ways at 3 darts to win. I think he needed a better return than that.
Yep. See what Andy can follow with.
Straight in. Switching.
99.
That's a good 99 to see what Rodney can follow up with.
All around him. Good dart.
Start.
Adam and Roddy trying to put this into the last leg decider.
I'll answer that question after these 3 darts. First. Yes,
Oh,
maybe.
cracking dart.
Could be looking like a decider.
A 120 lead going to this throw. Good dart. Good last dart.
Slender lead. See what Rodney can chip in with. He'll certainly not be happy with that.
That's all right. Wes hasn't really punished it.
Only a 60. Right at him.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh,
Drop the dart. But watch this bad boy. Yeah!
Super throw. Super dart from Adam. Gives them a sizable lead.
46.
Rodney leave a finish here.
How much would Adam would love a 180 then? But he's in. He's got to leave it handy.
He's got it. He's left at 80. And they're going to have at least 6 starts at it. Maybe more.
Maybe more.
70.
Coconut shy. All 3 bad boys.
Here we go.
Yeah. 64. Plus that is 86. 88 scored.
16. He needed 2 8s and he hit the 2 12s. Get a bit of a mental brain block there.
Yeah, laughing off. I'll be laughing if Wes and Andy nick his leg.
Will need acquire 80.
But still 6 yet.
Good lay. Oh,
60.
just tried to get it on top. They're still going to get 3 darts, 2 10s.
What pressure can Wes put on it?
It's looking like a good bet.
100.
That's a bit of pressure, not as much pressure you wanted.
Oh, 2 7s.
So Andy Hamilton has a chance.
106.
106 for the title.
$86. 32. There we are.
2019 Round Best Champion.
Big well done to Andy Hamilton and Wes Newton there. Adam and Rodney will be kicking themselves there after that miscount.
Definitely after Adam's miscount. But that's life.
They definitely thought they were going to bring it to the decider. At one stage they were over 300 ahead in that day. Managed to slip up.
Andy Hamilton and
Big well done to our winners on the day.
Andy Hamilton and Wes will be happy now they can get their plane.
Yeah, they'll catch it now. They've plenty of time. Plenty of time.
They'll be having a speedy trip up to Belfast Airport. Yeah. One sec.
But Wes Newton here.
Darts, how do they feel going on your hand?
Good to win, I'm nothing to win, but it's hard work to be honest. Good games, it's a bit of fun, we all enjoyed it, but probably trying too hard, every one of us. I was trying my nuts off at one.
2-1. You were on 306, I think it was. They were 80 left. Do you think we had a chance in that leg?
Yeah. So I know I've just got to leave some, and Andy Hamilton's following me, so he'll bang it out wherever I leave, and it worked.
Hey, well done on winning it. Hey, game plans always work. Andy, how you feeling, boss?
Nah, it's good. Obviously, that chance, that leg at 80 to misled the game, and obviously gives a chance. Don't give me a chance. I'll have a chance, and if it goes, you've lost. 106 finishes made my day today. We've won the final. Absolutely tremendous.
How have you enjoyed your weekend?
Hey, how can you not enjoy yourself in Ireland? The best place to come and enjoy yourself, have a great game of darts, and meet great friends. Absolutely awesome.
Well done on your achievements today, boys. Hey, pleasure, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers, boys.
Get
away, Wes.
Well done there to the 2 boys. way out here to get their praises.
I hope you enjoyed the coverage of what's going on in darts.
Yeah, I think darts is at a good place. Probably be a lot of boys that was here this weekend going to Q school. Which they've got a great opportunity now, so the door's been left open for them.
Show them what we can do from the BDO.
Darts this weekend definitely has. How have you enjoyed your weekend?
I've enjoyed it massively. It's my second year. I tell you what, I'm back next year without even trying.
Good stuff.
Of all the places you could go, honest to God, guys, come in Northern Ireland and play darts.
Stuff. So you recommend it to all your mates then?
I recommend it in my top 2. Prague and this, favourites.
Good stuff. Definitely, I'm absolutely delighted.
Thank you for your commentary with me, boss. Pleasure, like always.
I enjoyed the streaming this weekend. Seems like a wide darts stream and put on an great show for everyone. It means anybody sitting at home can still watch the darts. And
this is home of the darts, apart from Lakeside.
Great, thank you.
This is Ben Bevan, over and out.
Liam Bradley, see you all later.
Darts here at the 2018 Northern Ireland Open. To say a few words, please, a big round of applause for the man in charge, the man himself, Mr. David Rennie.
That's brought a close now to the 2018 Northern Ireland Open, and thanks very much for your kind words, Bob. I'm not the man in charge. That guy there is the guy in charge. I'm really very close to playing much in the face of it. That guy does all the work behind the scenes. Trust me, Ian McChuan is the boy. Thanks already for everybody that's turned up this weekend. Chatting to the guys, it's been over. Andy and Wales had a fantastic weekend. It's a fantastic venue, tournament, the people are lovely. And we match are on the pairs today. And the outright ownership of Darts in Ireland came to myself. It's my island. Thanks to everybody for turning up and supporting yet again. And also thanks to this guy here, who does a fantastic job every time he's over. The next thing I know for me was refereeing and his power up on the stage, and his presence is superb. To all the winners, well done on everything you've done this weekend, lads. Ladies and youths, well deserved. And maybe see you all again next weekend. And I am David Rennie.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, on behalf of everyone here at the NIDO, we thank you all very much for coming along and supporting the event, and we will see you back next year. Thank you. Good night.